Hi, it's Chantal. What if your notes could talk to you, teach you, and even create podcasts and videos for you? Today, we're diving into NotebookLM, an AI tool that is, quite honestly, very powerful but often overlooked. So, if ChatGPT, for example, is your personal assistant, NotebookLM would actually be your personal research partner. And it's designed specifically to understand your documents, your notes, or documents that it will find on the web to create audio summaries, videos, timelines, study guides, and a lot more. So NotebookLM was created by Google, and the LM stands for language model. And it's not, however, a chatbot like ChatGPT. It's actually designed to understand documents and notes to create all that I've mentioned. One of the big pluses of NotebookLM is the fact that it is much less likely to hallucinate. Because unlike ChatGPT, Claude, Grok, or Gemini, NotebookLM is actually grounded in sources. So every output actually has the sources written down, and you will see it when we go on my computer. So that's very, very interesting. You probably have heard that ChatGPT and others tend to at some point hallucinate, especially after a long chat. So that is less likely to happen with NotebookLM. What's it for? Well, really sifting through a lot of information. So big documents, articles, research. It's actually excellent to make connections between all of the ideas and actually show it to you visually. It can also create content based on your research or your notes and documents. And it can really help you learn faster by using a number of ways, whether it's visual or study guides. It's really, really powerful. So let's go on my computer and see what it can do. So how it works, so if I go, here we go. I will go to NotebookLM here, and I will go to the first page. So when you go, NotebookLM is on the web, and this is what you see when you arrive actually. So you have the featured notebooks. There are 8 presently, and they're all super interesting. I'll go back to all. And then you have my notebooks that I've created, and you can create a new notebook. So if you click on this, you will have that interface here where you upload sources. So you can upload from your Google Drive, Google Docs or Slides. You can also put the link, the address of a website, of a YouTube video, or you can paste text. For example, if you have a transcript of a YouTube video, you would paste it there. So you upload the files, and then those files will appear here. And this is where you would start getting summaries and be able to ask questions and interact. And on the side here is where you would have all the different ways that you can use those sources and that summary as well. So for example, let's go, if you want to go back to your home page or the home page, you click on the icon here. You'll see that I have an untitled notebook that I will delete right away. Yes, I want to delete it. So let's go to Clean Shot. Here we go, the first one. So what happened here is that I had uploaded, I went here and I uploaded sources. So I had quite a few websites actually the addresses that I put there. And then I put them in, just to note that there's a source limit of 50. In this notebook, I have 16, so it's fine. So I uploaded it, and what I did also is I actually did Discover. So Discover is where NotebookLM itself will go on the website and find new articles or videos or different things. So you can see here all of my my different sources, and what it did is as soon as I did this, it actually prepared a summary of all those sources. And then I started chatting here where it says start typing, and I said what are the best alternatives to CleanShot X or 10, and then it answered me. And when I mentioned the sources, this is what I mean. So if you click on it, it gives you the exact source, and not only the source, but where it took it. So that's really powerful. And then, yeah, I did a number of things with it that we'll look at after. And what is important, though, is that when you do a chat like this and you ask a question, I'm going to the bottom of the page because you can save it to note. And when you save it to note, it goes here on this side here. And then you will know, for example, those are some of the notes. And you go in the little 3 here and convert to source so that you actually use that note as a source as well, which is really powerful. And you will see it where, for example, when you see that little icon there, you'll see, so that's one of the notes that were created. So it's right here. So this is roughly how you would use it or how you can interact with it. But I will show you 7 different ways that, or things that you can do. So the first one is podcast. So let's go, I will go with intermittent fasting for women over 50. So I actually put one source here just to show you that it's powerful even with not 50 sources, but actually one. And it gave me this, this summary. I haven't saved it to notes, so I will now. It's very fast, as you can see. Then I will actually convert it to source so that I have those 2 here. But what I did, and sometimes it takes a bit longer, especially for the audio and video, so I actually prepared one. So you go into audio overview. What is important with audio and with video, you see the 3 dots. It's important to customize. So you choose a language, you choose the length of what you want. So I went default, which you'll see is about 15 minutes. And then you actually can indicate what should the host, because it's a podcast, what should they focus on. So that's really important before you generate. If not, it will decide based on the sources. It will be the topic, of course, that the sources talk about, but it won't be as specific as what you would want. So I actually asked them a question, and it came back with this podcast. So let's listen to it. You can play it here. And just to show that it's going to play here. Oh, yes, that's one of the issues. So let's pause. So I had to stop the video because I was using an external mic that is not wireless, and the video would not play. So let's go back this time. Maybe my audio will not be as good, but let's try this. So demonstrating the podcast, and we're in intermittent fasting for women over 50. So let's listen to the podcast, and just for a few seconds.
You know, getting older often comes with a whole new set of questions, especially when it comes to our health and, well, our well-being. And if you're a woman over 50, maybe you've noticed some things changing, perhaps making those old routines feel, I don't know, less effective. Today, we're doing a deep dive into something fascinating that's been getting a lot of attention: intermittent fasting, specifically for women over 50. We've pulled together a stack of sources, including insights from WebMD,
so this is
to try and
one
cut
of the
through
hosts,
the noise,
actually.
get to the important stuff. Our mission really is to help you understand not just what it is, but why it might matter, the benefits, the risks,
And note
ultimately
that
it could be a
it's
path worth
16
exploring
minutes
for you.
40
Here to guide you through it.
with one source.
It's a topic that sparks a lot of
So
interest,
this is
and frankly, a lot of
the
questions
second
too.
host.
It's a practice
So
that's actually been around for
really,
centuries.
really solid, really solid. So you can also join the, it's interactive, so I will, whoops, sorry, I will move this up here. But you can, if you click on this button here, during the podcast, you can actually wave and actually ask them to join, and then you can ask a specific question. So that was really, really interesting. So I like this this way of doing things. So we're gonna go. I will keep that weird audio just for the next one because we're gonna have the same issue with the video. So let's go to, here we go. This time we will go to, here we go, varied climates of France that I created. So in this one, again, I had 11 sources. In this case, it was only from websites, so it's fine. And it gave me a nice summary of what were in all of these sources. I didn't go deeper into asking questions, but I could. But I did ask them to ask it to do a video overview. Like the audio, it's really important to customize what you want. So the language and specifically what do you want to hear about in this video. So I did, so here you see that this icon is here, so this is the video. So let's play a bit of the video to see, and you can put it full screen. I won't do it here. You can also change the playback speed and go back and forth.
All
in
right,
it.
when I say weather in France, what's the first thing that pops into your head? For a lot of us, it's probably this dreamy image of, endless summer. But as we're about to find out, the idea of a single French weather is, well, it couldn't be more wrong. So let's dive in and break down this beautiful, complicated picture. I mean, on the one hand, you've got the postcard dream, right? These incredible sun-drenched lavender fields in Provence. But then there's the reality for a huge part of the country.
So that's very powerful because you can use that to explain things. Sometimes if you want to explain how something works or the different climates, I was speaking to my husband and saying, well, looking at different places to spend time, where do you want to go? You don't want to go at this time of the year because of the climate or whatever. So really, really interesting as well. So I'm back, and now we will look at another way of using NotebookLM. I'll choose this notebook here, Advances in AI. So you have the same interface as usual. And then if you look here, you have Mind Map. And Mind Map, if you look at this little icon, I have it here as well. So what I did is I said, I have 26 sources. Give me a mind map of all of this so that I can visualize what it is. So here is what they came up with. So just to navigate this, if you use two fingers on the, I don't have a mouse, but just on the scrolling area here, you're gonna zoom in and zoom out. If you click and you just hold and move, you're gonna move it. So it started with this, that's what they called it, Index Report 2025. And if you want to go deeper, for example, you can say expand all nodes. So you expand all nodes, and let's make it smaller here so you can see. So it's very, for me, overwhelming. So I go back to go back to just one. I'll reopen this one, and I want to see the key highlights, top takeaways. So let's go there, holding, clicking, and then let's see if there's something that really interests me. Here we go, AI embedded in everyday life. So let's click on this, and let's see what it has. Rapid move, FDA approved medical devices, self-driving cars no longer experimental. So let's click on that. So if you click on that, it will actually generate a new question in your chat, and it will give you another summary of that specific item. So, and then you can, of course, so you have it here, the integration of AI into daily life has accelerated. So, and it gives you all the sources again. And if you want, you save it to Note, which I always do. Before doing that, I'll go back to, here we go, I'll use this one this time. Oops, sorry. It's not working because I'm in the way. So I will bring this back here. I will save to Note, and you will see that it's generating this new note that I will promptly convert to source so that it appears here as well. So it's good because you can read, reuse some of the things that it comes up with, and you never lose it. So another really, really fun way of using it. Number 4 of 7 is I want to talk to you about study guides. Actually, I was in the right one. So there's a lot of information here, the mind map and everything. So I went into the reports. The reports, you have 4 other ways that you can use it: a briefing document, a study guide, FAQ, or timeline. So I did a briefing document. You have this icon here, and you have it back here, and it's a study guide. So if I open it, it gives you it looks at all the sources, and then it asks you different questions. I believe in this case 10 of them, and then it gives you the answers right after. So you can test your understanding, recall, everything. This one is one example, but you can use it for so much more. You also have essay format questions, and you have key terms, the glossary. So that's really interesting as well, so that you can understand the jargon. So that's another way that you can use it. You can use it to learn different things. So, for example, you're in a course, you have notes, you have some, a document that the teacher has given you. You can download everything there or copy paste, and then it can help you review all of this. And you don't need to be a student to do that. I'm sure some of you are doing courses, so really, really helpful. Number 5 of 7, I would say, are timelines. So let's go into this one, which I really like. This one is the Golden Thread Women's Midlife Reinvention Stories. So I actually used ChatGPT to come up with some documents and a list of women that I wanted highlighted. I downloaded and copy and pasted in here. So I have 15 sources, and it gave me a summary of it all. And then I created notes out of this, and I also asked it because I felt it would be good to have a timeline, because we're talking about women in history. So I went here and I went into the timeline, which gave me this one here. So the timeline, it's really interesting because you see that it spans from the articles that I chose and the women that I chose from 1804 to 2025. You'll see it here. Here we go. And then cast of characters. So you have all of the women that I asked. So Matai, Julia Child, Gloria Steinem, Toni Morrison, Georges Sand. So all of them, and with some notes about what they did. So that's really interesting. And I mean, I will probably use this in future videos to explain some AI capabilities by looking at women that did things, important things later in life. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed that one specifically. Now, all of them, the timeline, I'll go back here, but the timeline doesn't take long to do. The reports generally are not bad. The mind map, of course, audio and video, it's a bit longer. So another way to use this is the FAQ. So let's go AI and aging benefits. And again, it's on the side under reports. You have FAQ. I have it here. So I had 22 sources, and I wanted to see, okay, so what are the comments, some questions that would be of interest with some answers. And this is what I got. So I did not indicate which type of questions, what questions I wanted answered. If there's no customization possibility like you have with video and audio for the FAQ, what you could do though is type in here to get to ask a specific question that you really want, add it as a note, put it in your sources, and then ask a question again, and then you can do a new FAQ or start an FAQ with that. But they're great questions. How is AI specifically improving the daily lives of older adults and retirees? What are the key benefits of AI in senior care and housing? Potential risks and ethical concerns associated with AI for older adults. How are older adults engaging with and learning about AI technology? So very interesting. You can use it for, different ways. It could be in a discussion group. You have a group and you're talking about different topics. You can start with that, and it can generate a number of them. You don't have to stop with one. So yeah, I really like this one as well. And the last one that I want to show you is in the audio, but having actually a debate. So let's go with my clean shot one. And I went into audio overview, so you have it here. And I asked, actually specifically, because you can customize. When I customized in my question, I said, please compare and debate the pros and cons of CleanShot X and Camtasia for screen sharing on a MacBook. So I was specific. So let's hear now what it gave us. So here we go. CleanShot.
Welcome to the Deep Dive, the show that's all about cutting through the noise to get you truly well informed. Today we're tackling something almost, universally relevant in our digital lives, capturing what's happening on your screen. I mean, how often do you find yourself needing to explain a complex bug, maybe teach a new software feature, or just quickly share a workflow? We all need tools for screenshots, screen recordings, but wrestling with those clunky, basic utilities, it can be a real productivity drain.
So you'll see again that we will have two hosts.
Two major players in the screen capture universe, CleanShot X and Camtasia. One's a Mac exclusive powerhouse, really beloved for its speed and, sleek efficiency. The other, a cross-platform editing juggernaut built for, serious video production. Our mission today is basically to pull out the most important nuggets of knowledge to help you decide which tool genuinely aligns with your workflow, your budget.
So you have a good sense of it, and then the other host, which is male, will be coming in. Now, NotebookLM is talking about having more choices in terms of the voices, but for now, those are the two that you can choose, that you can't choose, that you're going to be having.
Oh, as you can see, you don't need to be a tech expert to use NotebookLM. Once you've used it a few times, you'll get the hang of it. There's a bit of a learning curve, but it's not that steep. And actually, for me, it became my go-to to actually summarize documents. When I have a lot of sources as well, make sense of what I'm reading or what I'm watching with video transcripts. I really, really like the timeline. I also love the mind map because you can have a sense of what are the different topics in those sources. Really interesting. So I hope you liked the video. If you did, please subscribe, like the video. And if you want to compare, see how NotebookLM compares to ChatGPT, you can see this video. I don't know if it's going to be on this side or this one. So a video that I made about ChatGPT. So thank you for watching, and let's continue to learn.